Hello, everyone, and welcome to Heroes of the Vale. We are joined by TJ Storm playing Keen, Hope LaVelle playing Penelope Half-Pint, and Bradford playing Briv, Lauren Urban playing Orkira, and, of course, Jen Kretchmer playing Alyndra. Thank you so much for watching. Previously on Heroes of the Vale, it got very dramatic and very epic. The Heroes of the Vale decided to take Storm Herald above the portal that led to the realm of the dead, a world where that had completely been consumed by the ocean of the dead that Saranthus controls. There, in an attempt to maybe lessen her power, Orkira unleashed and summoned the Phoenix Primordial. It erupted out of her, causing her to fall unconscious from her burned wounds, and the Phoenix progressed to burn and destroy an entire planet in front of everyone. As you all narrowly escaped and got to the other side, back to your world, while you were surrounded by a host of other undead being kept at bay by Shadowfell creatures that now follow Briv, Steelmarrow, and the rest of the Heroes of the Vale. And that is where we start our adventure. You are surrounded by nightmare Shadowfell creatures with strange bone shields who are holding back hordes of undead. Orkira is on the ground, burnt and unconscious, and Storm Herald is nowhere to be seen. What does everyone do?
Wait, Storm Herald is gone?
Where's Storm Herald?
You don't see Storm Herald.
I'm unconscious?
Yes.
Wait, you had 2 hit points, didn't you?
Okay, sorry.
Thank you.
Penelope will start by running to Lauren, and we had used a vial of something last episode,
Yeah,
right?
I gave you a healing potion.
Okay,
And
I'll start with that, and then I will also cast Cure Wounds, whatever brings her back.
Okay. Go and roll the dice.
That was the 2d4 plus 4 version, Penelope.
Okay.
Oh, so I should roll that too?
Yes.
So that was
2d4?
the potion.
2d4 plus 4 is the potion. That's a 4. Okay, that's 7 plus 4. That's 11 points there. So, and then I'll just go ahead and cure wounds. So d8 plus. So that's another 8 points. So 19 points. You're back, hopefully.
Orkira does not wake up. At this moment, Orkira, you do wake up, but somewhere else. You are outside a golden city with spires, lying in the dirt. You have no wounds. And you see Avrin next to you, throwing rocks at this giant wall of a golden city. Petulantly throwing rocks at the gate.
Are
Are you awake yet?
I'm not sure. Where are we?
A really, really boring place full of very, very dumb people. So, ta-da, you're here. Someone apparently wants to talk to you. I'm not allowed in. Apparently, I'm not good enough. So, yeah.
Oh, sorry about
My
that.
feelings aren't hurt or anything. It's okay.
I'm glad you're feeling better. I'll stand up and walk on over. You look good. Much better than the undead I saw last time.
Well, I thought I looked
What?
okay undead. But did I not look okay? It was very slimming, first off.
No,
I
but
didn't have to feel sensitive about my squishy bits. So
yeah, but I mean, I'm a little biased, so maybe I'm the wrong person to ask.
that's true. Yeah. I'll head back.
So I was in the middle of doing something, and then things got bad. Why am I not there anymore? Should I be
You're
worried?
dead. You died.
Yeah, I was having that sinking sensation.
Yeah. No, but you're fine. You're gonna be fine. Someone's trying to save you. I think. So, anyways, not really a friend. Friend's kind of a stretch, right? An acquaintance of mine is coming to say hello. And right at that moment, these gates open up and there's light floods out of the gates. And you see a very tall, distinguished man with very dark skin and golden hair and a golden beard come out. And you recognize him as Palor.
Oh. Hi.
Hello, Orkira.
It's good to see you.
It's okay, Orkira. I get this all the time. It's fine.
This is my first time, so you're gonna have to like give me a second.
Avram pops his head in. He's really not that big of a deal, so don't worry. Don't panic.
Stop
That's
that.
fine.
Shush. No.
All right, backing off.
Listen. So I meant what I said. I'm really sorry, and I didn't mean to like forsake you, but it seemed like the smart thing to do, and it was a really good idea, and we wanted to save you and everybody, and don't be mad.
Why would I be mad? Orkira, you did nothing wrong. It's your choice.
Yeah, but I kind of promised to follow you, and then I waited an entire lifetime to get you back, and then my friends fixed everything, and I got you back, and then a day later, I just kind of left. I'm sorry.
You have nothing to be sorry about. You did what had to be done.
It's kind of good to hear you say that. I was afraid you were going to be mad at me. Penelope said you weren't going to be mad at me, and she's a lot smarter than me, so I should have believed her. So hi. What now?
Well, now I guess you go back.
Okay. I mean, that's great, because, like, you're cool, and this place is cool and everything, but I was kind of in the middle of something, and my friends are, like, I burnt my friends, and I really don't want to just leave them there. We're trying to save the world, so, yeah. That'd be great. You're gonna help with that?
You are on a journey I can't help with right now. But you've made the
yeah,
right
that's fair.
choice. And the Phoenix needs you right now more than anyone.
What does it need from me?
You will find out.
Okay.
Orkira, my door is always open. And you are not judged. It's going to be okay.
I'm glad you're better. I don't even know if you remember that, but it was bad. If you don't remember, that's probably better.
It's not over yet, Orkira.
Okay.
It's not over yet. And you see a bright golden flash, and you wake up on the ground in the dirt with Penelope Half-Pint over you, pouring healing potions into your mouth. Some of them have gone kind of like, back into your nose, like when you snort Mountain Dew.
Wake up!
Orkira! I went down the wrong pipe.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine.
No.
It's fine. It's fine. Ow. No.
Are you okay?
No, but I think it's gonna be. Hey, I'm really sorry about before. No, and she's gonna immediately reach out and grab Penelope, and I don't know if Alyndra's right there, but she's immediately gonna reach out and she'll cast Cure Wounds, partially because feels really, really bad from before, and also to just see what happens. But she's gonna pump 2 first level cure wounds right there.
Go and roll your dice, and when you do so, there is a weird effect to how you cast it. It's almost like flames kind of circle your fingers as you do so. And when you touch people, the flames don't burn, they repair.
Okay.
That's
So each of you get
odd.
9 hit points back, and she'll do that and then see what happens, and then like immediately pull her hands back and go, oh, nope, wait, no, that's not supposed to happen like that.
It's like fire moving backwards. Even how the flames move, they seem to move as if you're watching time move backwards.
I didn't make it worse, right? That was okay? That was fine?
Is this because of the phoenix?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
But you're okay, right? I felt really bad that everyone got burnt, and
Orkira, look at yourself. You're burnt.
yeah, but it'll be okay, right? I mean, I made a fire, yay.
At this
Right.
moment, you see the very large, husky Spiral is digging in the ground frantically and burying an undead skeleton into it and like covering it up for later.
Oh yeah, there's a horde still near us, right? We should. Oh right, Storm Herald. Orkira,
Hey,
are you good to get up? We have a couple of
Hey.
problems here.
Okay. Sure. Like always.
We
Let's do
seem
this.
to be
And she'll-
missing the giant floating castle.
Whose job was it to watch it?
As you
I
say
I thought
that,
it was Keen's.
the clouds part and a ray of sunshine falls right down upon all of you. You can feel the warmth of what little sun there is. It's still red light. And you see Storm Herald descending from the clouds. And you hear
Nah, it's fine.
horns.
It's fine. Keen's got this, see? I don't have to fly there, right? There's still room on Spiral.
Absolutely.
I can help if Spiral can't carry us.
We'll take care of you.
We'll take care of each other. It'll be okay. We should probably get out of here.
Yes.
Orkira-
Let's get to Storm Herald.
What was that fire?
Oh, just a large primordial being of immense power and awesomeness.
Okay.
Oh,
And she'll
We've learned to stop
what?
asking questions.
very slowly get up and start hobbling over to the spiral.
Okay. Is everyone
Tis
getting on
right.
to...
Thou shalt call him the Spiral.
If he's gonna get us out of here, I'll call him the Spiral for forever.
I kind of pat him.
I
Very
quote Mark
heartily on the
Twain, there are
feathers
very
there.
few thes, and he was one of them.
I am wondering if Spiral is able to carry everyone because Spiral is it. The Spiral is it, right?
Well, he got us in, so
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dicey. Spiral's the toughest amongst the Griffins, not the
You don't have to
Unnecessarily the-
continue with the rest.
yeah. We don't have to why be negative? So, why bring that kind of negativity to the stream? Yeah.
He's the
So
toughest.
Spiral,
end of sentence.
Spiral can barely help. But yeah, it's like putting 4 people on one horse kind of thing. So, but Penelope
Alyndra,
Halfpint
can you make
is a
someone
halfling.
light as a feather?
Yeah. Quite small.
and
Alyndra
And
is a
falling.
slender elf, so
Yeah.
it all kind of works out.
Okay.
Before
The
we
Briv is a little bit of a chonk, but
God.
I
What
am
have we done?
wearing armor.
But it's elven armor, right?
I'd love some elven armor. That would be fantastic. No, it's not. It's scale mail.
You can definitely fly. It's not going to be the best flight you've ever had.
We just got to get to Storm
No,
Herald.
I would not anticipate it would be.
Yeah. Many sphincters will be very tight on the way up to Storm Herald.
How
it's
much
kind of
is
like when all your friends pile into a car.
I mean, if we go badly.
There are other griffins. I could maybe get Mini Mook down here if Briv called him down. But I mean, if it's just gonna work, we'll just do that.
It's gonna work.
How has the healing helped at all, or is it enough that my wings are that I think I could fly? Or am I still
pretty
in bad
hurt.
shape?
No, you can't fly yet.
Okay.
Before we go, Penelope's like, what's going on with the army? The Shadowfell are
They're
holding.
still being held back.
So I have to leave them here for
Yeah.
now? Okay.
Well, the dead aren't really fighting them. The dead don't quite understand what a Shadowfell creature is. So they can't
Okay.
really infect these creatures.
Okay.
So-
Well, keeping him at bay is good. So Penelope will just turn to that and as she climbs aboard the griffin and just say, "My army, I am so proud of you. Your princess is very proud of you for what you've done. Stand strong."
Penelope is a princess. She's our princess.
Hold the perimeter. Briv yells out to all of them.
We will hold the perimeter. What is a perimeter? I don't know.
Stay in the circle, thou fool. Keep them out.
Love.
Let's just go. You're gonna go.
Okay.
Let's just go. You're doing good.
Yeah. Spiral takes off. As you get closer and closer to Storm Herald, you see multiple bodies all over Storm Herald. Bodies of what look like zombified wyverns that have fallen and died on top of Storm Herald. And you see Keen Deapreth standing there with some of the soldiers. And
How
you
goes it,
managed to land.
Keen?
We have wounded? What is happening? Why is she burnt? I am on fire. I am in the summer. And I did not wish to be in the summer. But there's a shift and I can feel it. Something ancient has burned. And now I burn. No matter. This one needs help. Medics, come! Help this one.
Are there any medics, or am I the medic?
You have
There
trained
are-
others.
There are people who are trained in like, being able to stitches and bombs and can heal to a certain degree. They're not like full clerics, but they know how to dress wounds. So
Okay.
you can get, I will say, 10 more hit points back just from them taking care of you. You see an elderly woman and a younger man run up to you with an actual stretcher. They're
I'm not gonna
not
get
quite
on the
sure.
stretcher.
you're not
Yeah,
on the
no,
stretcher.
No,
You wave the
no.
stretcher
they'll-
away?
Yeah, well, if they come running on up, I'm gonna, like, if they start to tend to something, I'll be fine. But I'm not gonna get on the stretcher, and I'll look at Keen and say, "Are there any like really badly wounded? What happened? Is there any? I'm fine. It's okay."
I will tell them what has happened.
5 people were lost, and a swarm of undead wyverns attacked Storm Herald in the middle of everyone going into the portal. So Keen had to move Storm Herald away.
And so it is.
Okay.
Can I just have TJ with me all the time, every time I make a statement, who just like drops that? Because that would make me feel pretty special.
And so it is. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, but it's safe now. That everything's fine.
There is nothing safe about this world. Many of the worlds are at an odds. I can feel it. Things are changing. There
Yes,
are
it's the
more dead
conjunction.
finding a way to get to this place. We must do something.
The conjunction.
Yeah.
How many more
You
days
were
do we have?
supposed to read the books.
You have one.
One more day?
I need to read the books, and Alyndra goes to try and walk toward where the books were, and she falls over.
Penelope will
Oh,
run
I
over
try
to
to
her.
catch her if I can.
What's wrong? Alyndra, are you okay? Are you burning?
She is cut and burned from head to toe.
Oh, shoot. Can I cast another?
And we tend to her as well.
Yeah, I'll cast a cure wounds.
Yeah, I think if it's safe for a second, I think maybe a sit down and some cure wounds all around for everybody.
You get
Briv is
10
going
hit
to,
points.
after he unloads
10.
everybody, he just
Thank
wants
you.
to fly around Storm Herald to make sure that there are no other threats readily present.
There are no threats readily present. The sun
Do
is
we have
getting
a
darker.
moment? But
I
do
take
we
the
have a
wounded
moment to
inside
rest?
where it is safe.
You can
Inside?
see the portal above, far above the atmosphere that you thought was the sun, directly above, shining.
Alyndra, how bad are you after that
Bad.
healing? Okay.
I'm yeah, not looking well.
Okay.
Even after the healing that I just got. I'm at the half, so I'm having trouble standing up.
I'm gonna walk on over and kind of help you up, and then under my breath be like, "I'm really sorry. I didn't think it was gonna be. I wasn't thinking."
Primordials. We did try and discuss this before we went in there.
We did, and then we didn't, and I'm sorry. And I will use my 4th level that I still have left and drop 4th level cure wounds.
Oh my goodness.
Because guilt requires D8.
Yes.
Can we get that as a shirt?
I'm sure someone's already made that one.
Yeah, I know.
So
Every time I think of a shirt
31.
idea, it's gone.
I'm
You
sorry.
get 31 hit points back.
31. That will bring me back up. Thank you.
Wow.
And
So
I
like
sort of, oh, that's much better. Thank you so much. Forgive me.
right now, I needed
Next
to
time,
fix that.
please
That
don't mess with primordials.
no,
Orkira.
well,
It's
Sure.
all my fault. I'm sorry. It's all my fault. I shouldn't have been so brave, and I shouldn't have sent you. Every time I try to be brave, I just get other people hurt.
It's not,
Nonsense.
It's true.
They signed up for this, Penelope.
this
He's
is
right.
no one's fault.
and if we didn't do this, then we wouldn't have the day to do the conjunction thing. We would be fighting an army of undead right now. This had to happen.
How do we even know if it did anything?
I
Do we have any
have-
sign that Saranthus would be weakened by what we just did?
have it on
Can you
good
feel
authority. We
someone
might be
that
doing
feels
some good
better?
things.
You do?
Penelope,
Yes.
you know the sunlight. You feel that?
Yeah.
That was not there before.
The sunlight is still growing weak. It's still red. But you do feel, specifically you, Alyndra, you feel like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders. And where maybe some of your veins had been black, they are no longer. You still have a connection to the dead who are on this world, but that overwhelming presence that you were feeling before has been dissipated. And it's as if you had all of this mental, psychic pain, all of this even physical pain from being attached to these dead has been for once lifted off your shoulders in perhaps months and months and months since you touched their minds with Mind Spike. So this is the first time that you've almost felt 100% you.
I will kneel down in front of Penelope, and I will put my hand on her shoulder, and I will say, Penelope, something has changed. We did good. There's more to do.
We did good.
We did good.
Okay. 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 We should rest. Don't you think?
Yeah,
I had a little
sure.
nap back there. It's okay. It'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
I'm just so worried for you guys.
Yeah, join the club.
I need to
I'm
get to
worried
the
about you.
books.
You're gonna go study?
Briv, you
Aye.
found books for me, yes?
I
found books for me.
found comic books for myself.
Yes, we found books. He found a book, and we have books for you. Here they are.
Excellent. And I will take the books and I will begin to read.
Okay.
I'll sit next to her. I don't know if we're all just gonna rest or whatever, but I don't think Penelope has much to do.
Okay, specifically, what are you trying to figure out, Alyndra?
So we didn't know what we were going to find there. So first thing I need to know is what we found.
When you went through the portal?
No, they went down into the depths where the
Yeah.
golden box was, and they were bringing back books for me.
Okay, yeah.
read.
So they found about several books, some about the conjunction, some on prophecy, and some that were written about the coming of the second son. Go ahead and make an Arcana check as you research this.
Okay. 21.
Okay. So much was written about the coming of the second son. And it was noted at first there was a gradual decline in light from the original sun over time. And that certain infernal, fiendish-like energies were detected, almost like a background sort of shift in the weave itself. And so it became theorized that the other orb in the sky wasn't so much creating light or creating life, it was draining it from all of Dallarheim. And when this occurred, the Ocean of the Dead also had shown up, and plant life started to die, and even stones started to erode. There was a type of decay that started to settle in to the entire world because of this second sun. And so some believe that this may be a gateway. And that whatever is causing that may be at the end of it on the other side. But it's not known for sure. This is all very theoretical, and this is 100 years of wizards theorizing. And these are the same wizards who helped actually capture and contain Saranthus in the first place. They didn't survive.
And then did they was there anything in the books about the Hells or the Sibriacs?
There is a book on demonology, and you know that you can learn that a Sibriax very specifically is demons are not typically very pretty. Amongst demons, this is like the least pretty creature ever. It is just a mass of twisted flesh and teeth and eyes, and Sibriaxes are masters of warping flesh, of
Right, which
physically
we've been
altering organic
told,
life.
Right.
What?
Yeah, we had been told that, I think, by
Yes. And they're
when we
demons.
heard about the Rex initially. Yes, demons. Okay, demons, not devils. Good.
And
time.
exceptionally powerful.
So not generally the sort of thing we're going to want to go have a conversation with.
Well, maybe the only thing
I
that you
guess
would want
that's
to have.
what we're doing next.
You wouldn't want to do anything else with it. So conversation would be the only thing on the table.
Does it say anything about the best ways? Do they have servants, or are there certain ways they are generally appeased?
They
there
are
ways-
highly
have
functioning
people-
genius level creatures, and
Fantastic.
typically in your research, demons don't have a lot of wants. They just want to see the world burn. However, a Sybriax is the genius amongst the demons in many ways. So they are not a common occurrence.
Great. Do they have any particular known enemies?
Devils.
Any specific devils?
All of them.
Are you saying any of this out loud, Alyndra?
Maybe a couple of words, not many.
Probably just
And-
Thou
reading and
meanest
mumbling words.
the devil that Penelope has befriended.
Yeah.
'Tis perfect.
The thing that I met, do I know if that thing was a devil or a demon? Or
Definitely
something
a devil.
else?
You have not been able to ascertain its name, but you're close. But it will take more research.
Penelope, do you think your friend would be interested in helping?
Are you asking if my friend is a Sybriax?
No, you said your
No.
friend was like the
We're
big.
asking if your friend is an enemy of a Sybriax.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. You said to fight evil, so maybe.
Penelope, there's nature, yes?
Mhm.
And then there are the things outside of nature, yes? And there are other
Okay.
things outside of the things outside of nature.
The very
They're
unnatural
about
things, yes.
5 steps further than that. And those are the poles that we're dealing with here. The way that nature is balanced, there is a strange balance between demons and devils.
Oh. Are they?
We don't want to associate with either.
So they're both bad.
Yes, there's not much worse.
But my pit
on
friend
either
was
end.
not very
In fact, if you think of
evil.
evil and good, it's almost like a circle. You
Okay.
get too good, you almost come back around. You get too evil, you're sort of just going to meet.
Are you
Yeah,
saying
go
that
so
good is in
extreme
the
that you
eye
can
of the beholder?
Oh, we don't want to associate with those things either. I've heard really bad things.
Methinks
Not fun.
Alyndra
Lots of
is
eyes.
needlessly complicating things. Those who
trying
are
to explain
good are
this as
those who
clearly as I
do
can.
good, and those who are evil are those who do evil.
But
Forget about
who's
the
to say what
circles.
is good and evil? This is the same thing with trying to be a hero.
It's a very good question, Penelope.
It's not black and white.
Briv, is
No.
murdering someone
Very
good or
gray.
evil?
It depends on the context, Alyndra.
I don't think that
that's
was the right
right.
person to ask.
Precisely what we're saying.
Very well. That's not a circle.
You just said good
That's-
is good and evil is evil.
It's doing good things or doing bad
The
things.
continuum
If I
of demons,
murder,
devils.
Oh boy.
if I murder a demon, I think thou wouldst say that it is good.
Unless you're another
We're not going to be
demon.
able to murder.
What if that demon
demon.
had a friend?
Speak for
That friend wouldn't think
thyself.
that was good.
Precisely. Generally, when you think about moral philosophy, and here's why
Oh
no
my
one likes
goodness.
moral philosophy professors.
Oh,
And she launches into a whole thing about moral philosophy and good versus evil. But then there are across societies generally a few basic tenets of goodness and evil. Murder, generally evil. A society can't flourish when its people are dead. Yes?
Or undead.
Generally?
Some societies should not flourish, such as the society that I grew up in that kept slaves for their economic gain.
What?
Slavery, also evil.
So the fact that
Denying
I
the
murdered
agency of
all of
another.
them to free all the slaves, was that good or evil?
Depends on which side you're on, I'd say.
I freed the slaves. I ended slavery.
There's another thunderous roar in the sky, and it appears the sun has gotten darker yet again. And there's now a thunderstorm far above Storm Herald. You see flashes of lightning.
Oh, we're running out of time.
So
we have to move and we have to make a decision.
Moral quandaries
What?
aside. Yeah.
What is the knowledge that we have, and what can we ascertain from that knowledge? What have we learned from the books?
And I summarize it for them.
So our plan was to fly this whole place in there.
Seems
Huzzah.
simple enough.
What's the plan?
To what
I mean, we
end?
can drop off the travelers.
That was going to be my question. What do we do with all the people? Because I don't want to bring them with us. And if we can't figure that out,
It's not safe on the ground.
Are we saying we're going to drop off the travelers in a world that is dying so that we can go through a portal to which we do not know where it goes to speak to an ugly demon who has an enemy that is a devil?
yeah.
'Tis exactly what I am saying, King.
There's a man outside
And-
sweeping. Yeah, I think that's what he said. Yeah.
I close the door and are we only going to speak? And why, if so, why do we need to take this entire fortress?
Are we the only ones here? Is there anyone else around?
Well,
Girl learned her
in the
lesson last
sun.
time.
Some
Hmm.
people have started to come out. Obviously, there is a man sweeping the street who has a very
Spiral
strong
tis
opinions.
a hardy griffin, but he does not offer the same amount of protection that Storm Herald would. I say that we plop down one of those structures that we're always sleeping in the middle of the circle that is perfectly safe with the Shadowfell creatures, and leave everyone there. And then we pop into hell, kill the Sybriacs or whatever we're supposed to be doing there, Bob's your uncle, and then we return and save everyone.
I have an
Can we
uncle.
make one big
Yeah.
enough?
It's an old orc phrase.
We will-
You might not be familiar with it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
If you will not be able to kill a Sybriax.
I need
Alyndra.
Arcana
At
checks
least
from
not on
Alyndra
one.
and Keen. Actually, Keen specific. You've been spending a lot of time with Storm Herald.
I'm sorry, Arcana?
18 altogether.
14.
So Storm Herald, you both have been the chief navigators of Storm Herald, and you have noticed that whereas wind and air will move into Storm Herald, there is a slight protective barrier, sort of a bubble. That bubble activates the higher Storm Herald tends to go. So it is not something that so much can like prevent damage from coming in, but it does equalize a lot of things you don't necessarily completely understand, such as like pressure and air and things like that. So it does provide a certain level of not control, but it always tries, this energy always tries to keep Storm Herald habitable, even in the most adverse circumstances.
I am considering everything I know about the world below. I compare that to what we know of Storm Herald. If we drop all of these people into a field, which is safer? Down below or with us? I discussed this with the group to get the best consensus.
Is there?
Can we find the gnomes? Can we find the gnomes and ask them to
A gnomish city.
yeah, take some friends. Like, hey, borrow our people for a little bit. Keep them safe.
Can I send a sending today?
Isn't it on wheels?
No,
How will we find
not.
it?
What was I memorizing? Nothing useful.
You did meet a goblin Vim who hangs out with them, very specifically, who rides a white moth that leaves dander wherever he goes.
We've
Then I have a
technically
question.
that just happened. So that was less than a day ago because
Although
this
the
morning,
dinner.
yeah, last night was the dinner. So we were supposed to have met with the gnomes today. So their city is probably nearby. Remember timey-wimey fun stuff?
So he's still
Also,
with us?
Portals. There is that fairy circle.
Oh,
It
wait,
went
send
soon
them
enough.
into the Fae.
But you can't remember any of that, so it's a possibility that it could work very well.
Something tells me all these.
An indicator of future.
No, and all of this is better than going to hell.
Yeah.
Then
that's
shall we
true.
find the gnome city or invoke the fairy portal? Which one do you prefer?
Keen, you have much more control over the Fey circles than I do.
Quite a lot of
So
people.
perhaps you would.
How many people are we talking
In the
about?
Feywild.
No. Not people that are not from the Fae, not without a guide. And I do not know if my elders would appreciate me dropping off 1,000 immigrants into a city that was not expecting it. How many
Thou
people do
hast
we have?
never rebelled
But
against
your
thine
teacher
elders,
is
King?
aboard.
You have your mentor, don't you, here?
He is
Yes,
here.
your teacher is aboard. Could he mentor them? Or teach them or guide them? Would they be under his protection and be safe?
I will ask for his opinion now, and I will go and I will find him.
You find him.
No place is going to be safe at the conjunction, but perhaps there it's safe for those who know where they're going, compared to here where it's wandering.
Unless we decide to not take the city, but I thought the idea of taking the whole city up there was because of, the creamy nougat center.
What's nougat?
wanna
It's this
take them
thing
up
I
there?
learned about.
It's a
don't worry
Dragonborn
about it.
delicacy.
Mm,
Oh,
I miss it.
sounds terrible.
It's so nice. It's all creamy. And I'll explain it all to you while we wait for Keen to come back.
I go to
died
find
Keen,
Dagon.
You go, yeah, you go into kind of the blacksmithing area, and you find Dagon sharpening a sword. He just kind
Master
of raises an
Olapref.
eyebrow. Yes.
I come with many questions concerning these people. We need a place to put them safely, and I do not believe that place is below in this place. Would it be feasible or allowable to the people of the Feywild for us to take them there for a time while we go to a much more dangerous place with the Storm Herald?
King, you know that the place that you were speaking of is to be protected, and no one should know about it.
Only the wise know of the Feywild, but without its protection, these people will be in great peril.
Keen, I understand you have a good heart, but these creatures have fleeting lives. Some of them grow old by the time some of us are babies. I do not know that this is a wise choice. It threatens our very way of existence if they enter this other city. Are you sure these are the people that you trust? Are you sure these are the people that you are willing to let enter into the Feywild?
I cannot
Into the
speak
other
for
city.
all of them. I cannot speak for all of them. I do not know each individual of this place, but I do know that their lives are to be protected. Are their lives any less worth than ours?
Many would say yes.
What would they say? And what would we say if the roles were reversed?
Keen, ours is a paradise. I do not know that this is a wise choice. But if you want it, then it's on your head, and you may open the portal, and you may allow them to step through. I can guide them.
I will think on this.
But if it goes wrong, the council's anger will be upon you.
Very well. Thank you, Master.
Do what you can.
I return to the others. We
So
will
it's just
try.
like Pepin?
We will try to
Yeah.
find the gnomes first, I should think. But if all else fails, we have another possibility.
Backup plan. All right. How do we find the gnomes? Is that goblin's still around, right?
Should be still here, yes.
I mean, it was a day and a lifetime ago, but I think he's still around. We could probably find him.
We go find the little one.
You go into the grand hall, which is very much like a Viking longhouse, and you find Vim by himself eating ribs deliciously. Have you all had these? These are amazing.
What kind of
Yeah.
meat is he eating? What is he eating?
We're moving on. Already
Don't
did
look
this.
good.
No. Hey, we're looking.
Yeah.
We'd
Do,
love
do
to.
you remember how last night you were quite ill?
No.
See,
Yeah.
now we're gonna have to. I mean,
Tis
the
good
bag shows
meat.
up again.
Kiss the cook.
Vim,
No.
where's the gnomish city? We need to find it.
Who's the cook?
Don't ask.
He
That's
runs
right.
over. Vim just runs right over to Briv
Very well.
and like
little
looks
one.
up at you and is like, you might have to lean down a little bit, tall boy. He gives you a kiss on the cheek. Thank you for the delicious ribs.
I'll cast Lesser Restoration on him later if I need to. What?
You're going to
Where
cast.
is-
Why would you castle a restoration? What does that mean?
I forgot about this.
Can
we
you
need your
purify the
thing.
food?
Keen.
We need your thing.
They are keen. The food is very keen.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna grab my pack. I've been like carrying the book this whole time, and so I'm gonna stick the book in my pack, and I'm gonna pull out a piece of paper and a pencil.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll cast
Feeling
Lesser
word on
Restoration.
Keen.
I go and hold Keen's hair.
Okay.
Yeah, it's your turn this time. I'm gonna write down in large friendly letters on a piece of paper. Where's the gnomish city? We need to find it.
City.
We are
Fine.
running out of time.
Fine,
We have
fine,
a perfectly viable option with the Feywild.
Find
We
it.
need to get to hell immediately.
They
That's a
yeah.
sentence I know.
The
Thought
Gnomish
I'd hear.
City went far, far to the west. You might be able to catch up with them. They may be about a day's out.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
We don't have a
can you get-
day.
We've got a day.
That's
we gotta
pushing
try.
it really close.
Yeah, but do we have to be anywhere in specific for this conjunction, or is it just the world? Does it
We
matter?
should just plop them in the Feywild and be about our business.
One does not simply plop a thing in the Feywild.
Perhaps they will be
No,
safest with us.
Recall when we tried to do that and ended up with.
You go in and out all the time, Keen.
I
He's
am from
from-
there.
He's-
Let us find this gnome place.
I'm afraid we're going to run out of time.
I
Penelope,
agree.
you're the one that was looking at that conjunction thing. Like, are we supposed to be somewhere specific, or no?
You know from the conjunction that the conjunction happens in about 2 days. However, the sun is deteriorating at an accelerated rate.
In the books I've read, is there anything about protecting oneself before going into the hells, or anything? Is there a traveler's guide to the 9 hells? Like, I need a guidebook. Just, when in the hells.
Yeah,
Tip your server.
nightmarishly
Don't
so.
tip your server.
You are as you were looking through the library that is in the Golden Room. You do find a book that looks promising, and then of course you see what's in front of the title. The title initially is Guidebook to the 9 Hells, but then you see Avrin's Guide to the 9 Hells.
No, no.
Avrin has a tendency to put his name in front of everything that he ever writes down.
And I clasp the coin that's around my neck and I say, "Oh, Avrin."
Well, it's all right. So, are we gonna move this
yeah.
thing to the gnome city and try to catch up in time?
You probably will not be able to make it to the Gnome City.
Very well, then we have no choice. We must protect the people. We take
Yes.
Storm Herald to the summoning circle of the Fae. We must get these people to safety, and we must deal with this. It will be on my head.
Keen, are you sure? We could
We
protect
do not have
them
a choice.
there. Storm
Protect
Herald
them in
is
hell?
safe?
Our other choice is
I
to
don't
not
know.
take Storm Herald and just mount some griffins and go.
Which
Are
sounds
we
like
not
a terrible idea. Even I
Going
would
to
say that.
hell?
Well, I mean, hell sounds like a terrible idea. This just sounds like
Fly into hell on the back of a griffin. Fly into hell with a giant floating fortress.
we have a
I think
thousand
the
innocent
option
people
is
that we
clear.
have to protect.
Put
I
them in
have
the
been to
Feywild.
many
I
Perfectly
remind
safe.
you, Briv.
I've
Brave.
been lost many times in my life, and I always find myself.
I have been to
That's
many other
surprisingly
places,
wise.
many
It
other
checks out.
planes.
Message, right?
Those other planes do not always allow
I
for
message
breathing or comfort.
in Briv's ear. Briv, do you not recall what is being held here? Don't say it aloud. Yes or no?
Thou art talking of Saranthus?
He responds,
Yes, I know she's here
No.
on the stronghold. I'm saying we should take the people and put them elsewhere, away from the evil murder goddess.
Yes, well, I'm saying don't bring that that
The Creamy Nougat Center.
to where we're going?
I do not understand anything that any of you are talking about.
This is obvious.
I know that we have to save the world, and I know all we're doing is talking about it instead of doing it.
Hey,
I am
Briv.
piloting Storm Herald to the fairy ring
The
while
fairy
this is
ring
happening.
is
It's
actually
up at the
on.
board.
It's around the tree that you saved, where the
I-
dryad lives.
I start to get a preparation speech ready for those who must hear it. The most basic things to know about stepping into the Feywild. And also preparing Dagon, my master, to guide them. And any others who may be good at guiding them in this new place.
Are you sure you wish to do this, brother?
I am not,
Always have a buddy.
but there's not time for sure. There is only time for action. This is the way of summer.
He grabs your arm, and I am now in winter. I will protect them.
Thank you.
But be wary. The council may be very angry as we pass through. But I will make sure they
imagine
come
they
to
will
no
be-
harm.
I will imagine they will be treated more kindly by an angry council than a world of dead and darkness.
That's true enough.
I grab his
You-
shoulder.
He grabs yours.
Thank you, master. I will see you soon.
Do we really
see you
trust
soon.
all of these people?
No,
what
we
about
don't.
that Valisar person? Is he still hanging up there?
He's still swinging.
Oh,
I mean,
he is
Up on
coming
the
to
tower.
hell with us. He is not going to the Feywild.
I don't.
he
I don't know
was
if I
someone that
trust-
we trusted, just like all of these people. I
I don't know if
worry
I
about
trust
you,
to
Keen.
bring him to hell. He might stab us in the back. He's already tried to do it once.
He's going to stay hanging out
does
on
not
Storm
change-
Herald. He will be stabbing no one.
And he will not be changing the balance of believers.
What do you mean?
All right, Keen. Do you open up the fairy ring around the ash tree?
I do.
Green light erupts all around the ash tree, and you almost can see another world. Not unlike this one at that moment. Do you start telling people from around Storm Herald to go in?
After we give them the most basic instructions on this place and not to stray far. The
Okay.
instructions include a place that is far from where they could cause harm or be harmed. At least easily.
Okay. Does anyone give them a speech, a pep talk, the citizens of Storm Herald?
Farewell, everyone. Try not to die.
He's not the best at this, is he?
I'm actually a bit jealous. I'm curious about the Feywild. I've always wanted to go there.
Ye-
Will you please write it down for me? Tell me the stories.
Citizens of the Storm Herald, you are about to go to where I am from. This land is not unlike your own, but it is much more. It is more wild, the magic is more potent, the highs are higher and the lows are lower. You will find beauty and danger in the same place. Do not stray far from my master, Dagon Olapreth. He will guide you and keep you safe. Follow every single rule as it is law when he speaks. He understands this world. It is not your world, and it will not be your world for very long, because you are not from there. and you are not from it. Make no deals with the creatures there. Keep your hands to yourself, and eat no food offered you from the little people, especially the ones wearing red hats. That is all I can think of for now. My master will tell you the rest. We do this for your safety. For where we must go, you cannot follow. We wish you well.
There's much crying from the people of Storm Herald as people start leaving their homes, packing up their things. Children are crying, babies are screaming, and not everyone can take everything that they own. And they start packing up every room, every crevice that people have been living under, every staircase they've been living under. And they start taking their items and one by one entering into the fairy ring as Dagon assists them in there. Many of them have never seen magic like this before and are terrified. You see one little girl who's over her mom's shoulder drop a doll, and it gets trampled in the mud as they pass through.
I pick it up if I can see this, and I bring it to the little girl. She cannot be without her doll.
She grabs the doll. Thank you.
I will see you on the other side, little one. We will not be gone forever, I hope.
They pass through. This takes about an hour, as every living thing in Storm Herald, every human, elf, dwarf, kobold, goblin, orc, dragonborn all pass through.
Briv, do we keep any warriors to man the weapons?
I say that we should make that their choice.
We ask for volunteers, only the bravest, and know
the
that they will
bravest
die.
warriors to stay with us and fly straight into the nine hells to honor and glory
To be
and
heroes.
likely death.
Heroes.
Certainly death.
13 warriors step ahead and volunteer their services. Women, men, different races, different beliefs, all choose to stay to go with you.
Briv walks up slowly to each of them, looks at them very gravely, and just claps them on the shoulder pretty hard, but goes around and just looks them all in the eye and then says, "To glory!" And then he just walks off, and he's going to find Spiral and start to try to find places to patrol around, expecting someone that knows how to fly the ship into the portal to do that.
They're all like, glory! And one of them's like, yes!
There's always one.
Yeah. He's got already got blue makeup on his face. May or may not be a hallucinogen, depending on when you apply it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's ready.
Alyndra, Orkira, is there someone you trust to pilot Storm Herald when we are not on it? That will come to hell with us? We don't know what to expect on the other side. We must need someone to pilot it when we are there.
I only knew you and...
Not all just gone?
We taught some of the others to move the ship. Do you have any
Balasar was
choices?
actually the main person who would pilot it.
Yeah, and I've got problems with him being in charge of anything.
There are no
Just
others?
don't... Can we teach one of these 13?
Oh, I know.
It
Yeah,
cannot
very
be that
likely.
hard.
Is the druid still in the tree?
The Dryad is.
The Dryad?
The dryad. Druid. The dryad. Penelope's also in the tree, so the druid is in the tree. See, I thought.
Fair enough. Have you begun the ascent? Because it will take some time.
Now or never.
We have no pilots?
We're asking
Alindra's-
the Dryad, right? Penelope, can you? That's a good idea. The Alyndra had. Can you ask your friend in the tree?
I should like to meet her. I never have met her.
You haven't?
I thought you were asking their name, and they didn't have a name, and
Never have had a conversation. I was named after one. Did you know?
Oh.
no.
So do you get?
Canst thou
you try
set
to
it
get
to
the dryad to pop out?
autopilot?
You're asking
Otto.
the Dryad to pilot Storm Herald?
I have never
don't-
seen it leave the tree.
Yeah.
I do not believe this is a choice.
I'm asking a creature that is ancient with wisdom far beyond anything that I have. What they might be able to impart to us.
Me and Penelope, they were able to reach out to you so we could find the tree all that time ago. This might be simple.
Okay.
Whether it is about how to steer or how to what we are about to face or what is about to happen. We
I feel
have
like the books have more
an-
answers than the Dryad, but I can ask.
books are
Penelope
not
will-
living, and the living often understand in a way that the words cannot.
Penelope will go up to the tree and kind of look it over for a minute and then step forward and knock on it.
A
Dryad,
face emerges.
my friend, Alyndra has a question for you. You wanted to talk to it, didn't you, Alyndra?
And I greet it using message. In the most formal greeting I know how. In the most ancient tongue I know.
What is it that you wish?
I'm afraid.
Good.
You know much more than I.
Yes.
Can you help at all?
Only in one last way.
How?
You will know when the time comes. This tree is ancient, as am I, and my time is coming. I've never seen past this moment, and I am sad. But this tree is a branch of the world tree, and it may have some use for you still.
The world tree. Thank you.
It actually reaches a hand out to Alyndra and places it on your shoulder. It will be okay. It will not be your fault. Goodbye. And it retreats back into the tree.
Are you okay?
Alyndra? Alyndra, are you okay? No, Alyndra, what's wrong? Don't be sad. You hurt?
It's going to be bad.
What's going to be bad? How do you know?
And it will be okay.
We're going to be okay.
We're going to be okay.
Then
We're
let's
gonna be
go.
okay.
Briv walks back in at this point in time and says, well, everything checks out. Are we going to get on with this or not? Completely out of left field, not knowing anything that just happened.
Yes, we're fine. Let's go.
I don't want to seem like a coward and everything, and I feel like I've been mishearing everyone this entire time, but it sounds like you guys are going to a very bad place. And you know, my moth friend and I, we are like adverse to fire, so we may take off if that's okay.
No. Vim, yeah. You should go. You should go find the gnomes. You should warn them that things are getting bad, and they should be prepared for things to be bad, but that it's going to be okay.
You got
Just
it.
tell them we are saving them
Okay. Okra,
by
I
flying
will
into
let
hell.
them know.
You can tell
shall
them
look
the
over-
heroes of the Vale will not
Briv,
fail.
you fly right into that bell. You show that bell who's boss.
Someone needs to get Keen. We're trying to like say goodbye to this guy, and he can't hear us at all.
Where's Keen?
I am
You're right
trying
here,
to
right?
figure out. Oh, I am there, but I'm trying to figure out if there's any other person that can pilot this. That is my concern for once we get there. And the one person that I don't want to leave on this ship while we are wherever we are going is the guy hanging from that tower. The
I
other one
agree.
person who can pilot this ship, because he will pilot it away given the chance.
I can drop him if thou dost desire.
Maybe we can drop him off.
I'll drop him off.
No, I didn't mean like push, like land, and just leave. Maybe we just leave him. I mean, it doesn't seem right to kill him, but Keen's
I
right.
would
We shouldn't
not
take him
kill
with
him.
us.
The ground would.
That is some of that morality we talked about earlier that I really don't want to get back into.
He is a
Maybe we-
terrible, terrible person that has utterly
Yes.
betrayed you and your people.
Yes.
Very, very well.
What?
We can drop him off.
What is he charged of?
Yeah, long
Killing
story.
all kinds of people. Genocide,
Killing many?
basically.
Yeah.
Killing very many. And he is
Yeah.
alive. Why?
Because
Because
they wouldn't let me kill him.
Because I prefer not to kill people who have surrendered.
And that is why we have this problem now, where if we leave the ship unattended, he might fly off with it.
Well, I'm
But-
gonna go fix that. I'm gonna, and I
Yes.
will.
We could give him a second chance. Everybody deserves a second chance.
I agree.
Sure.
He just doesn't deserve a second chance here with me, and I will head on up to where he is.
All right, you fly up to Velosaur.
May I
Can I
ascend
fly?
while you are doing this?
Yeah, you can fly again.
Okay.
What is that?
May I ascend while you are doing this? Time is of the essence. Or do you need to be close to the ground for what you are about to do?
Can we stay close to the ground? This is only gonna take like a minute. And I don't
Very
want.
well.
I don't want to actually. Oh, yeah.
Very
I'll-
well.
I'll fly up there. I'll take a couple of, if anyone wants to come with me, or I'll grab a couple guards.
I shall come.
Okay.
Thanks.
You go up there to the tower. Valisar
We're
is
just-
waiting.
And as we're going up, I'll say to Briv, we're just gonna grab him and we're gonna leave him on the ground. Not gonna push him onto the ground, but we'll leave him and don't say anything to him. And he can just find his own way. And I just don't want to see him again.
Give thee no promises, but I shall
Can you
do
at least-
my best.
Can you at least promise not to tell him anything about what we're doing? I mean, he is the enemy, right?
I am well crafted in the art of keeping secrets, Orkira.
Okay. No, I trust you. All right. My plan is to just go up there, grab him. And she doesn't want to say anything to him, and then just bring him to like lower him down onto the ground. And she's not planning on saying, like, she's just gonna glare at this guy. And
He's in manacles, and you grab him along with guards and Briv. He stumbles and hits the ground, falling to his knees for a moment. And he's not getting up. And he just kind of grabs onto you and pulls himself back up.
yeah, so the book is in my backpack, and
Yep.
the backpack is closed.
Yep.
And he's not, if he tries to grab me, he's not getting anywhere near the backpack.
Noted.
Okay. And if he tries anything, I want to know. I want to keep a very close eye on him.
If you're concerned, you can roll a perception check.
I'm super concerned because this guy already stole from me once. That's a 1. So I'm super concerned. I'm like really concerned. I'm
Okay.
also
No,
maybe a little
You
still
definitely
injured.
you definitely are sure that he didn't do anything.
Okay.
You move forward. And you bring him to the edge of Storm Herald. I guess this is goodbye, Orkira.
I'm going to step
It's
away
never
from
too
him.
late.
It's too late.
Well, we can agree about that. And he steps onto the lift, basically the chains that can slowly lower someone down to the ground. And the whole time he just looks up at you as they lower him, grinning.
So when he gets on the platform, I'm going to step back. And as soon as they lower him far enough that I can't see him anymore, I'm going to frantically reach in and like look at the Phoenix book and make sure it's still there.
It's still there.
Okay.
When he smiles, Briv turns to Orkira and says, "Even now, thou dost not wish me to end him? He is clearly up to something."
Yeah, but you know, probably a good idea to be a little careful about my impulses to just burn everything. I'm going to put the book back.
I
and walk
think
away.
you should give in to those impulses, Orkira. I've seen how they closed off a portal and saved a world.
Yeah. And there were a couple sacrifices that had to be made doing that.
All right. Does Storm Herald begin its ascent? Who is driving it?
I will for now.
Storm
It
Herald
will give me
begins to
time
rise.
to clear my mind.
Storm Herald, in the red light, passes through the lightning storm. You are cut is a full gale rainstorm striking Storm Herald, mud everywhere, and Storm Herald feels lifeless. All the children, all the men and women, the families that you've been protecting for so very long are no longer here. It's much as you found it. And it's almost sort of like the soul of this place is gone. And it is only
Briv
the
kind of
heroes
walks
of the
around
Vale.
and just starts echoing, "Hail, hail, hail, hail." And then he's like, he'll listen to it for just a little while, And then huzzah, huzzah, huzzah.
As you go further up, it begins to snow. With the red glow coming from the portal far, far above. It's almost, the snow appears red, slowly drifting down onto Storm Herald, covering the entire fortress and city, about 6 inches of snow. As you rise up.
Did I find anything in the books in terms of protections?
Not specific protections,
Yeah.
things like bless, always helpful, that kind of stuff.
Sanctuary.
Yeah.
I grab Orkira. Orkira, I think we need to sanctify the ground here.
Okay, I can try.
It's a simple prayer. Ritual.
Yeah.
Before.
Well, I don't quite have that prepared, and also I don't quite know if that's something.
It's a practice. It's a simple process.
Yeah. When you're kind of familiar with what's going on, yeah. I'm still kind of figuring out how everything works now, you know, what with, like when I healed you before. Yes. I mean, I'll help you. I mean, if we want to sanctify this place to Agma, I'm totally, I mean, Agma seems really cool.
Yeah. This shall be a sanctuary of knowledge. That's fine. Let's do that then. Yes.
Yeah. You tell me. Yep. You just tell me what to say and do, and I can help with that. Sure.
Briv just kind of elbows Penelope and says, "This is very, very awkward."
Why is everyone acting so weird?
I don't know. I think because it is too quiet.
Hello. Well, that's fun.
And I may not be able to actually do this.
So let me get this straight.
I
literally just explained to her, and thou canst do it either?
What is happening? Are you okay, Alyndra?
It's
been a really long day.
Prepared for it. I'm not prepared for it.
Yeah, me neither. How long do we have? How long do we have before we reach the portal to hell? I might as well just say it. The portal to hell.
Maybe an hour or two. Not long.
Not enough time.
And then,
regardless, I will say the prayers. I walk the perimeter and I sprinkle holy water and I say prayers of knowledge. And I do whatever I can to protect Storm Herald. I had sanctified it before.
Mm-hmm.
I had consecrated the ground before, back when we were in battles and before we went to go down. So I can hope that is still protecting us.
That technically wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
Yes,
all of Storm
and
Herald is
as
now,
long as it hasn't been deconsecrated, it should be okay. But
all of Storm Herald is very, very cold now, and you pass through a blizzard, essentially. And as you go through the blizzard, you see starlight. And you see the world of Dallarheim below you. And you have never seen the stars this bright. And you can see almost a curvature to the world. And it is quiet and it is serene. and deafening in its solitude. None of you have ever been any place like this. And you can see the portal far above as you're heading up towards it.
Well, if it
have
wasn't for that
about-
portal, this would be really nice.
You have about 30 minutes left.
I don't want to go in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not brave enough for this. Penelope's gonna go into the hall and sit by the fire, just getting out of the cold. She doesn't want to look at that portal. She
Okay.
runs away from everyone.
If she'll let me, I'll follow her.
Briv
Okay.
is going to shut any openings and storm. Like, I'm basically going around just trying to secure every hole in the stronghold, tighten chains anywhere that I can, and so on.
Yeah, you and then you you can kind of see the barrier around Storm Herald as you've gone up this high. There's a shimmer that you'd never noticed before that is clearly active as you rise higher and higher. Where's Alyndra?
I don't mind the quiet. This reminds me of the Chandler Ward. And so I sit with the homestone and I think of home,
Where's the homestone?
which is here now in my pocket.
Okay. And are you outside or in your room or?
There are stalls here.
Yeah.
I will watch.
Orkira, what are you doing?
I'm gonna follow Penelope if I see her upset. Go inside.
Keen, you are still piloting Storm Herald into the sky?
I am.
Past the sky? Briv, you secure everything as you're making the checks, checking rooms, locking things up, making sure everything is protected. It is eerie, the lack of any kind of sound coming from anywhere. All right, what are you doing, Orkira and Penelope?
You're sitting by the fire?
Yeah.
She'll plunk down next to you. Hey.
Orkira, will you tell me of your homeland? Do you remember the Vale?
Yeah, I do. It was a lot like this, actually. It was kind of cold. We were up in the mountains. We just wandered about. How about you?
I miss where I'm from. I used to live amongst very good and kind people. We were all innocent. I liked to wander everywhere. But it all changed when I wandered too far one day. I saw an army. I didn't know what an army was at this point. I just got a bad feeling when I saw them. And I tried to warn my people. They didn't listen. They didn't believe someone like me. I wasn't strong enough. I wasn't brave enough. People wouldn't believe in me because I wasn't brave. And I thought, that's why I want to be brave. And I want people to believe in me.
And we do. I mean, If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have. I mean, portal number 1, that would have just never happened. We would have never been able to do any of that if it wasn't for you. You found all the information. You made me brave enough to go through with it. That was... We're still all alive and not fighting the army of the dead because of you.
But look where we're going.
Yeah, I know. Portal number 2. It's kind of...
I'm sorry.
Why?
I don't know.
I'm sorry too. But that's
She'll
okay.
just stare at the file. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's not fun. But this is what we're gonna do, right?
And she'll just sit there with her.
Do you think Alyndra is okay?
I hope so. I hope everybody is. You want to go check on everybody? I mean, we've got a little more time, right?
Yeah.
At some point during that, Briv would like to, as he's checking things, if he feels like they're in a decent enough shape, he's not going to abandon any responsibility. But if he can get done in time, he would make his way back through where Alyndra is just stargazing at this point.
Okay, you do so.
He plops down pretty unceremoniously beside her. What art thou looking at?
The stars. They're different. Yeah.
They're larger, but more or less the same.
No, the constellations here are different than where I come from.
Constellation. What is a constellation?
It's an assemblage of stars. Peoples would form stories around them. See how
That
that
sounds
one...
made up.
What does that one look like to you? And she points
It looks
to
like a
one.
white light.
No, the group of stars. What's the shape?
It looks like a mouth eating something.
A bit. That's the griffin.
Oh, 'tis a griffin. Where's its wings?
Can I point up? It's there. And there. One's tucked under.
I
This helps
am
in the book.
fascinated. Can we see this from the world?
You can.
Alyndra, when we return from this place, wilt thou show me the griffin when we get back on the ground?
Yes. There are many more. I don't know them all here. Only a few.
I'm not sure if I care about any of the others, but the griffin's pretty nice. Well, let's get to it. And he kind of slaps her on the knee just gently. And he starts to get back up, and armor and shield clanking, and then he walks off. Thank thee, Alyndra. Hopefully we won't die.
Let's hope.
You walk off in the snow, and you can see now you are very close to this red maelstrom of a portal. It seems like a tunnel. And you are maybe a mile or less, you are coming up upon it. And all of Storm Herald is bathed in red.
Should we go see Keen? If he's got to pilot us through this, then we should probably be there to help any way we can, right?
Yeah.
We'll head on up to where he's piloting.
Where's everyone heading?
I guess to the control room.
Control room.
Yeah.
If that's where everybody's going, Briv's just going to kind of set up like on the outside of whatever that is, looking
Yeah,
at
the control room
entrances.
is in a large tower, and when you are operating the control room, there's no windows, but when you are touching the orb, all of Storm Herald is kind of invisible, so you can see in every direction. You can see everything. So you can be outside that tower. Absolutely. Everyone else goes into the tower, the control tower.
Hey, Keen, how you doing?
I
there yet?
am. You did not just say that. We are going
might
to
say-
hell, and you said, "Are we there yet?"
I was gonna ask it again, but you know, because why not, right?
I will say this: if we are to enter hell, I would choose no others beside me. It is good to have gone on these many adventures with you. You are not like me, and I am not like you, but you are my family. Let us go into this dark place and make the world right. Penelope,
Hmm.
are you feeling heroic?
This feels good.
Hmm. Then put your hand on this crystal. Push us forward the rest of the way.
Me?
Yeah? Drive us into the mouth of hell, little one. And I help her.
Oh my goodness.
Orkira, you find something in your pocket that was not there.
What'd I find?
A little red gem with arcane runes on it.
Do I recognize what it is?
I need you to make an intelligence check, but it seems something's nagging at you about it. You've seen this before.
All right. Just a straight intelligence?
Yeah. Unless you have investigation or something like that.
Oh, no, I don't. I mean, it's all -1, so. But I rolled a 17, so it's a 16.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you think you remember seeing it amongst Avron's things.
I'll look over
Downstairs.
at Alyndra. I'll look over at Alyndra and hold it out and say, I think Avron might have left us a present. Or it's another trick. I don't know.
It's either something that will explode or it's something to help us.
Briv, I need you to make a perception check.
Oh, yeah.
I know from experience the things that explode can also help us.
That is a 7.
You think you see something out in the snow. You see like a stick in the distance.
I see a stick in the distance.
Yeah. Like someone planted their spear in the middle of the ground.
I'm going to go investigate.
Okay. Keen, what are you doing?
I am helping Penelope guide Storm Herald into the dark place.
Are you just like sitting back and watching her pilot
No,
by
I
herself?
am close, just in case it gets weird.
In case it gets weird.
I've never driven
Anywhere
a castle
than it
before.
already is.
I reach into my pocket and I, in Elvish, to Keen, I press something into your hand, Keen, and I say, "You will not remember this, But it's from something called an IKEA. Keep
IKEA?
it safe. And it's a little bolt. Leftover piece. That
Where
stayed
would
with
I
us
have
a long
forgotten this
time.
from?
Time.
Is it for good luck?
Yes.
IKEA.
You ended up with a piece left over.
Briv, you move through the
One more than
snow.
you needed.
You get closer to what looks like a spear, and on top of it, you see a skull planted on top of that spear.
I poke the skull with my sword.
It's just a skull. Ancient skull.
I grab it,
Okay.
examine it closer, let's start looking at the spear, looking at the ground around. Are there any footprints in the snow?
There are no footprints.
I look above just almost immediately when I see no footprints. Anything above me?
No.
Do I recognize the gem that Orkira was holding out?
You can make an Arcana check.
I grab the spear at this point and kind of
Yeah,
put
it's
it.
it's an ordinary spear.
28.
Wow.
Yes, this is definitely some type of gem of warding. That's what the runes on it indicate. So I would say 10 to 100,000 times more complicated than arcane lock. A gem of binding.
We have a place that we should be protecting here.
And you pass through the red portal. And the entire area around Briv is this blood red and spiraling. And Briv, you almost feel nauseous as you can feel even the atmosphere in Storm Herald change and shift. And immediately around you, snow melts and just turns and pours water all over Storm Herald on the sides. And you feel even the bones of the Flying Fortress Storm Herald start to creak and groan. And then it pops. It is easily 60 degrees warmer, and you are in a maelstrom of red atmosphere and lightning and smoke and ash. And ash starts descending upon Storm Herald and collecting on your skin.
I cast Laban's tiny hut around us. It should
Well,
control the
you-
temperature and keep the ash out.
Oh, well, you're in the tower, correct? Oh, no, you're outside.
I think we're all
Where
in
are
the
you?
tower except for
We're-
Briv.
We're all
You went
in
in the
the
tower.
control room right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, except for Briv.
So it's a lovely, comfortable temperature in the tower.
Briv, you notice that this... Okay, Briv, you notice that the skull is a halfling skull.
Okay. Well, would I have any reason to believe anything strange about that? I
It's
mean,
weird for
because
there
I'm
to be a
inclined
skull
not
on
to.
Storm Herald at all, and it was placed as if it was meant for you to find.
So we've passed through the portal.
You passed through the barrier.
So, was that it? Should we find Briv? Do we need to, and all the other people? I don't know if anyone should be outside right now until we know where we are, right?
I think the first thing we need to do, Orkira, is protect this place. What Eladrin gave you.
This thing?
Yes.
Do you know how to use it?
Do I know how to use it?
Keen, I need you to make a Arcana check.
$16.
You remember that gem very well.
What is it from?
It's from the golden cage in the dungeon.
Why is it up here?
It was in my pocket.
Keen?
Who?
Okira,
Is
what are you
someone-
doing?
Has he said where it's from? Or has he just realized where it's from?
It's up to Kane.
Penelope is still holding onto this orb, and she's looking at it. Keen?
It is from the place below. The thing
Me?
guarding the old one. My hand is still on top of the crystal along with Penelope. She's not alone. But I give her this information. Where I saw it, what it was doing.
Keen?
Alyndra, we need to
Okay,
figure
I
out.
was in your pocket.
I don't know. Well, we're gonna go find out. And
Keen?
she's gonna take off and try
Yes.
to go to where the prison is.
Briv, you hear scratch. You see over in the snow that has just melted. Mud is just like pouring from like a corner near the tree, and you see something in the mud that's been unearthed from all this water pouring away.
What does it look like?
It looks white, strange. It's hard to make out in all the mud. What is Okira and Keen doing?
I look to Penelope. What is wrong, Penelope?
Okira, what are you doing?
I've turned to Alyndra and said, "Let's go," and taking her down to the prison because I've been told that this thing is supposed to be down there, and now I got a bad feeling about everything.
And I have never been down to the prison before.
All right, you run
been
down
down
to the
once.
prison.
Yeah.
You two run down to the prison. You go into the dungeon, and there is the golden. It's 30-foot by 30-foot golden cube suspended in the center of the room, moving, covered in tiny, different colored gems, including a red gem exactly like this.
Does it look the same as the last time I saw it?
It does look the same. Roll perception checks from Alyndra and Orkira. Briv, do you walk up to the stuff in the mud?
14.
I mean, I'm cautiously approaching, weapons drawn.
Okay. What are the rolls?
14.
16.
You see a gap between one of the corners on the cube. A small, almost imperceptible gap.
And that
And
wasn't
it
there before?
slowly creaks open.
No.
I'm handing the gem to Alyndra. Do whatever you gotta do.
It keeps
I don't know how to-
opening, and golden light
Mage
floods out.
Mage hand it to back to where it was.
You cast Mage Hand, and already you can see inside is empty. Briv, you get up to the mud, and you see bones of a halfling buried where you had buried Penelope Halfpint.
Okay. I'm going to put it back down.
Keen?
What's it?
Keen?
Yes, Penelope.
I have foreseen this moment, and I cast Shatter upon the orb.
Huh?
Oh no.
Okay. As she steps forward holding the orb, you feel all the magic drain from you. You feel like there is a horrible, terrible void in the room as she says this. And a horrible, thunderous noise crackles in the control room of Storm Herald, and the crystal sphere explodes into 1,000 pieces, cracking all the way down the pedestal.
That That felt good. Oh, Keen. Heroes of the Vale. You were so quick to trust your sweet little Penelope. Oh, feels good to be back.
What am I looking at?
You all feel Storm Herald plummet to the ground.
Oh, when I feel that drop, I'll grab Alyndra just so that when the hit happens, I can help cushion.
I whistle for Spiral, the Spiral.
Yeah, it's you can feel the entire building shuddering, and you can feel bricks are loosening and cracks are appearing in Storm Herald, and you just feel like your stomach is now in your throats because you are plummeting so quickly downward. Linda and Orkira, are you running up the stairs?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab her because if we're falling, then it's gonna be like there's no gravity, and so I'm using my wings, and I'm just grabbing her and pulling her out.
Okay.
And I cast Featherfall on both of us as that happened.
All right, you cast Featherfall on both of you. Briv, what are you doing?
As soon as I have Spiral, I'm going back toward the control room. I don't. Did I hear Penelope thing cackle or anything?
Yeah, you heard strange noises.
Okay, so I'm just heading that direction to see what I find.
Would you like to describe yourself, Penelope?
You see a great goddess, tall, flowing hair with light just flowing from her. You see before you Saranthus.
Where is Keen? Is Keen falling?
Keen is in the tower with Saranthus. Keen, what are you doing?
This is not Penelope anymore. Is that correct?
Doesn't look like her.
I have to get out of this tower. I put my hands up and say, "You are not Penelope." And then I summon into existence my glaive and I jam it in her face and push my way out of the tower.
Make an attack roll. Oh.
Reaction of Misty Step.
20!
Misty Step is a reaction?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
you hear spear goes right through mist as Saranthus disappears into mist.
And reappears right behind you.
And I Misty Step as well, because that is what we do in the Feywild. I am Eladrin, you old bitch. Wham! And I do the same thing. Boom, boom, boom.
Yes.
You can take another reaction. It is now her turn.
I will
What
take the
is
hit.
Briv? What are you doing? Orkira and Alyndra.
I'm flying Alyndra up to the
stairs.
Yeah.
As the tower is falling, Briv understands that there is no winning with this terrain. And so ultimately...
Yeah, all of Storm Herald is falling down into hell.
Yeah, he's trying to fly with the spiral in, and he's actually like trying to get Spiral to pull Keen out of this and fly away at this point in time.
Well, he's in the tower, so yeah, you can wait outside the tower trying to keep pace with the falling of Storm Herald. Storm Herald is like 20 miles up and falling faster and faster and faster.
But I can't make any ground to get into the tower. Or are you saying the doorway's not big enough?
With Spiral you can't. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then I'm just
so Alyndra. So is anyone else going into the tower, or are they staying outside?
Nope.
We can see in though, right? I see what's happening.
You can hear this. You can hear every word that Saranthus just said. It's echoing throughout the entire building.
I need to be able to see her.
I'm gonna get you there. I'm gonna fly her on up. We're going.
You have to go up the stairs. Yeah, you have to go up the stairs. You can't there's no windows in that tower. It's the control.
You know
tower,
what?
So.
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, you're running up.
I told you not to trust her. And I look directly at Saranthus. And I say, you need belief to survive. I believe in Penelope Half-Pint.
She's dead. I am all that is.
You stopped it before.
Stop this. I cast anti-magic field.
Counterspell.
Counterspell. It's a reaction.
You already used your reaction this turn, bitch.
Damn!
I think it was all.
It was.
I think it was the beginning of a new turn.
It is the beginning of a new turn.
Yeah.
Your spell has been counterspelled, and I have already cast anti-magic field. So you will listen to what I have to say before I leave you to your death.
Is she already up there? Am I there?
You're there.
I listened to you once, not again. I'm just gonna barrel right into her. I'm flying up the stairs.
Supersede the level of my counterspell, though. Hang on.
I
I'm
believe
gonna
she
throw
cast
this down.
that.
I'm gonna go mechanical on this.
I believe she cast it or at 6th or 7th
level 8. I cast it at a level 8.
Well, yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, so I'll fly. If she says that,
no, you do not, because yes.
As Orkira
I'm flying
comes
into her face,
flying into me. Orkira, it's me, Penelope. Please, please don't. Orkira.
I message her. I say, you know, Orkira, you know.
Does it still look like Saranthus?
Yes.
Please, I'm in here.
I'm gonna get you out. I'm flying into her. Just wings, claws, teeth.
I honestly thought you would fall for that. No. Penelope is dead. And in hell. Come at me.
Wings. Yeah. Wings, claws, teeth.
What,
Whole 9
what
yards.
else do I see outside just real quick? Where I can be
Fortunately, we are already
You
in hell.
see, you are about one round from you are a few seconds from Storm Herald crashing into the ground.
Which ground though? Are we in a hellscape
A
somewhere?
blasted, wasted hellscape.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Do I crash into her?
You can make an attack roll.
Sure. Okay. It's gonna be an 18.
Okay.
I hit?
18 hits.
Okay. So 1d4 plus is not a lot of damage. That is 5 slashing damage with my claws.
Okay.
I don't do this. And then, if I can, I would like to tackle her to the ground. Basically,
Briv,
just pound myself into her and poof, onto the ground.
I need you to make a concentration check, Saranthus.
I have foreseen this
21.
moment. You failed that concentration check. I have
Very
3 left for the day.
Very well.
No, you do not.
Okay.
No.
What's the number that she gets?
Gets a-
So it's a 3 on the die.
All right. You get a 3 on
So,
the die.
yes, that's a 3.
Anti-magic field fails.
And I her onto the ground, and I am. I'm getting ready, right in her face.
Okay.
Or
Briv,
Kira.
are you warning people?
Warning people. What other people are there? Are you talking about the
Everyone in
party?
the tower. Yeah.
I mean, they know this place is falling, so I don't think any warning is going to actually do much good.
Well, Storm Herald is going to be a crater in the ground in a matter of seconds.
Can they even hear me through the walls?
You can scream.
I will just scream something along the lines of, "We've got to get out of here."
And they can. Oh, everyone in that control room can still see kind of the invisible. Now that the anti-magic field is gone, you can now see through once again the borders of Storm Herald. Even though Storm Herald is now broken, and you can see ground rushing up towards you. This is your last
Orkira.
chance to get out.
Thank you for summoning my phoenix. Now sitting in my demi-plane waiting for me. Valisar failed me, but you were most useful. So thank you. It will become the herald of my light and fire.
It's gonna
Interesting
burn you to
speech.
ash.
That's her last word. I grab her, grab the other one, jump backwards as close as I can to the exit with all my strength, and as soon as we are clear of this building, featherfall. Barg!
Make an attack roll to hit Saranthus. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh no, is he? What? You're just
Maybe you?
grabbing us?
Oh, you're
right?
not grabbing her. You're grabbing. Okay, I see
I'm
what you're
grabbing
saying.
my friends and jumping
Okay.
out the exit.
All right.
And Orkira and I have that on. And yeah. Okay.
In the final
Have-
moments before Storm Herald crashes, you will just hear a booming voice of Saranthus say, Alyndra, there is darkness coming you can't understand, and I will fight on your behalf, even though you will all be long dead. Heroes of the Vale, goodbye. And I teleport to my demi-plane.
All right. Saranthus disappears.
I
Everyone
have a final question.
Yes.
I have a ton of questions, but go for it.
I had
I'm
nothing
fine.
special left to do, but I would love to have, when I got behind her, put this little thing they called an IKEA in her pocket so that I could
Okay.
crack it someday.
Roll you. I want you to roll me the sleight of hand
No,
checks.
no,
The sleight of
no,
hand
no,
checks.
Please don't do that. Oh no, please don't do that.
Yes, do
Oh,
it.
you said it.
Do it.
He said it. He said it. Roll sleight of hand.
Do it.
Can I mage hand? Oh god.
No.
16? What? It's an extra
That
piece.
was my level 20
yeah,
spell
you
book.
plant on her. Yep, she teleports away. You put the bauble, the time machine bauble into her pocket, and she teleports away. Keen drags everyone down the stairs, and you all tumble over each other again and again and again until you get to the entrance of the tower, and you see the sky just flying by. And you see Briv with Spiral. I'm not sure that Briv can show fear. That's up to Briv.
I mean, I just look like I'm concentrating intently on getting out of this.
What do you all do?
Well, if we still
Oh,
have
the
feather
minute. Okay, anyone who has Featherfall, the minute you walk outside, you tumble outside, you go up in the air.
I think that's all of us, right?
Yes, everyone has Featherfall on them. Briv has all you need to do is have Spiral extend its wings and you will all fly up. And you see Storm Herald plummet from you.
Do I see
About,
any of the people? Any of the people that came with us? Any of the people on the
Yes, there are
the
several of
battlements?
the warriors are still there.
Who's the closest that I can try to grab?
You can grab one.
Yeah, I grab one. and
Okay.
start to and use
you
feather
grab the
fall on my
crazy-
wings.
You grab the crazy one, like, ha ha ha, ha. Woo!
We're going for a ride.
Any other actions?
I don't think I can do anything else. I'm gonna try to save who I can.
Okay. Storm Herald plummets into this desert wasteland in the middle of a maelstrom with lightning and fire, and it explodes. And there is a singular bright flash below you as what magic was left in Storm Herald erupts and just craters. And you just see dust and fire and smoke rise up until you are almost all blind, and you slowly descend into this massive steaming crater that is almost completely glass now from the heat of the impact. In the distance, you see a figure riding on a hellhound, covered in bone armor. Hope? What do they see?
You see a halfling on a hellhound jump off and run towards you, taking off a mask to reveal Penelope, with 3 claw marks on her face and burned hands and feet. Is it true? My friends, you've made it here.
I slap her.
It's just me, Penelope. Penelope Neverember.
Hold person.
Wisdom check?
Briv is
saving
going
throw.
to try to land and restrain Alyndra and tell her how much she's acting like he is. Typically acting.
You're all having a very hard time breathing. The air is caustic,
What did I do?
and you are surrounded by the ruined remnants of Storm Herald.
You think I'm that stupid?
I've never thought you were stupid. Alyndra, it's me, Penelope.
And that's the game, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone enjoyed this episode of Heroes of the Vale. That everyone got through it. I'm sure there are a lot of questions. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for TJ Storm, Hope LaVelle, who deserves an Oscar for these last 3 episodes, Adam Bradford as Briv Steelmarrow, Lauren Urban as Orkira, and Jen Kretchmer as, of course, Alyndra. Thank you so much for watching. You can catch us at our next stream will be at The Descent, and we'll carry on from there. Thank you so much for watching.